Hey, what's on your feathers, girl? Did you get pooped on? Did you get pooped on? Huh? What's that? What's that? Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Today I am doing a couple of garden tasks because it is so warm outside today. It's like 60 degrees. And I have some things that I have not been able to get done just because of temperatures or holidays, and now the holidays are over. Well, Christmas is over, and so today was actually really warm. It's like 60 degrees out here. So hi Chippy. So I'm gonna take care of a couple of things, giving the chickens a snack here, and then I am going to sow some poppy seeds, and then we're going to work on our deep litter in the chicken coop. So this fall, I've been so bad about doing the things that I plan to do. So one of the things that I haven't done is spread my poppy seeds. This is something that you can do during the winter time. There can be snow on the ground, there can be no snow. Like, you don't have to bury them, you don't have to dig them in, nothing. All you do to plant poppy seeds is just sprinkle them wherever you want poppy plants to grow. So I did this last year, I've done this in previous years, and the seeds that I buy are like a mixture of seeds. So I like a lot of different poppies to come up, and I have this bag here. These are seeds that I collected last year, seeds I had from the year before. So I'm just going to sprinkle these where I want them to come up next year. If you had poppies growing in your garden last year and you let them go to seed, chances are you will have poppies coming up in that area where you grew them last year, which is exciting. You don't always have to reseed. They kind of reseed themselves if you leave the seed heads. If you leave the seed heads up, the birds will help you, the wind will help you reseed poppies. But I'm going to add some extra seeds out just to make sure that I do get some poppies this spring and summer. So this area doesn't look like much right now, but that's because we're in winter. So everything is dormant. Nothing's doing anything, nothing's growing. Down here is where I'm doing my cut flower space. Up here is where I'm planting more perennial things that I want to keep. So hydrangeas, perennial bananas, blackberry bushes are up here, but down here is where I want to do more annual type flowers. So I brought out my seed sorter and seeder, but I don't think I'm going to need to use this. It's so easy to just spread these. And I think I'm going to do them on this back wall here with the snapdragons that are still awake. Snapdragons seem to overwinter for me. This snapdragon was from last year, from 2022. And then these little ones here were from this year, 2023. So let me go ahead and spread some poppy seed. You can spread this on top of your mulch. It's just fine doing that. If you can get it down to the ground, that's fine. But as you know, the ground changes from the winter to spring, those seeds will move around a little bit on you. So I'm just moving some of the mulch out the way. And our mulch is leaves. That's what we use. We allow our leaf fall to stay in the beds, and they can help insulate the beds for the winter time. I'm adding it mainly to this area where my cut flower space is, because this area gets the best sunlight. So I want these to do really well, so I'm going to put them in a space where they're going to get at least 6 to 8 hours of sun. I'll do a little bit down here because I've got so many, I've got space to kind of spread them out. Go ahead, buddy. Here. Get some over here. All right, there we go. And I actually have some under my nails too. There. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is plant some tulips. I got these for 50 cents a box from Aldi, and I bought about 4 to 5 boxes, and I put all the tulips in here. And so I've planted the daffodils already, and I didn't film that. I just kind of ran out, planted them, came back in the house on a warm day. But I've got the tulips left, and it's been like I said, the weather's been kind of off and on. And then sometimes when it's been warm, I haven't been able to get out here and do stuff. But I'm going to plant these tulips today, and I'm going to plant them in my new raised bed that I just put together with you guys some videos back. It's a Vegega bed. It's a U bed. So I'm going to plant the tulips in the front of this bed, and hopefully they do well. I'm hoping the squirrels will leave them alone. You guys know how bad squirrels can be, especially with pots. They love to dig in pots, and it's just, it's awful. But let's go ahead and plant these tulips in. I'm going to try to put them, I said to plant them 2 to 4 inches deep. Hopefully going 4 inches down will be the key to keeping the squirrels from digging them up. Now, a lot of these have lost their papers. I guess that's what you get when you buy a 50-cent box of bulbs, but we're going to plant them anyways. I've planted tulips and other bulbs that even if they didn't have a ton of paper left over, they still grew and bloomed for me. So let's go ahead and plant this. You always want to plant the pointy side up, and then the more flatter side down, because that's where the roots are going to come out. The point is where the growth is going to come out, and that's where you're going to get your flower out of that bulb. So I plant it down, not adding any fertilizer at this point. This bed is very new. It has compost in it. So I'm just going to plant them, and in spring I'll add in some compost over the top. So I'm going to start right there and then go right next to it. Barely any paper on this one. Do that. Go right next to that one. Get it in. This one's got a paper on it. And I'm planting these closer than you typically would because I'm planting them in a container. You can kind of get away with a little bit more in a container than you would in ground usually. But I like to push the limits. I follow directions to an extent, and then I like to experiment and try my own things, and that's what I always recommend for people, to just experiment. You can try the directions way first, and then if that doesn't work, try your own things. They're your plants. Do what you want to do with them. That's how we learn, from experience, right? Let's get this guy in. I'm going to add a second layer over here. Now I'm moving in one layer. Next layer. Going in for a third layer. I think I'm going to go right here down the center too. Hopefully this looks good. I'm sure the blooms will be pretty, but hopefully the positioning is pretty as well. We shall see. Alright, so there's that. And I'm actually going to cover this with, back up with the leaves to kind of try to deter the squirrels from digging. But somehow squirrels seem to know like when the soil has been disturbed, like they know, and that's where they like to dig, where you've already been digging. Most of the time I find that in flower beds that I have just planted with something, there the next day or so I see squirrel activity. So somehow they just know. So I've got balls planted here. And then I believe I forgot to push play here when I did these, but it's exactly like that side. So early spring, I am going to be planting out some frost tolerant veggies. I still have some things in bed here. I have some kale and it's doing okay, but early spring I'm going to be covering this bed and this bed with plastic, creating a greenhouse, and that will help to warm up the soil. And then after a week or two, I will go ahead and plant my starts. So this year, instead of planting seeds like I typically do in these two beds, I'll plant seeds. I'm actually going to start my cold season veggies by seed inside and then plant them directly outside once the beds have warmed up. I'll have a video coming out on starting those seeds. I'm going to start them next month. It's December 2023 right now. I'm going to start them in January 2024, and then we'll probably move them out the first week of March. So in case anybody is interested in that, make sure you are following, and those videos will be out as soon as they're appropriate to come out for the season. This winter, I have decided, instead of cleaning out my chicken coop weekly like I was doing this spring and summer and fall, I decided to try the deep litter method for my chicken coop. And that's basically where you don't completely clean out your chicken coop for months. A lot of times people will clean their chicken coops twice a year. I believe it's early spring and like late fall or something like that. I started doing this deep litter method probably, I want to say October sometime was the last time I did the full clean out and then started the deep litter method. So I'm trying it in this coop. I've never done the deep litter method before, so we'll see how it goes. So far, there's no smell. All I do is add more litter on top of the litter that's in here. So what I do, usually by visual, I'll look and see if the top layer of their bedding is covered in poop. If it is, then I'll go ahead and add a new fresh layer on top. My concern with doing this method in this coop was just the fact that sometimes with the door, a lot of times the bedding can get bunched up at the door, and so when you're trying to close that door, you're getting caught on the bedding. So that's been something that I've had to monitor. I've had to make sure that I push that bedding out of the way so that their door can close properly. Another thing that was a concern for me, considering the the deep litter method is that the back of the coop here, it just has the back like just pressed against that, and I didn't want to have bedding getting out, and I didn't want to have you know, if you don't do it right, you can have like leakage and moisture and just stinkiness. Ooh, there's 2 people in here. Hi. Hi, Mama. Hi, can I have you? I gotcha. I gotcha. Ooh, hi. Did you just lay us an egg? Whoa, that is so pretty. Thank you. Okay, I'll put you back in. Go ahead. Go ahead. Bye. Bye. And this little broody girl right here. Hi, Mama. Hi, look at your stinky bottom. I hate to impose, but you gotta get up, girl. You gotta get up, girl. Little Miss Broody, you're gonna have to get up, girl. I'm about to put some new stuff in here for y'all. Come on. You have no egg under there. Do you want to say hi? Girl. Woo. It's okay. Poofy. You're all right. Come here. Come here. I got you. I got you. There she is. There she is. It's all right. I know. Hi. You're so dirty. All right. Let's get you in. Go. I gotta clean. I gotta clean up. Go ahead. No, Broody. No, Broody. No, Broody. No. Can't have it. Look at that beautiful egg. This is from one of my Americanas. Hi, miss. I'll put it right here. Put it in my pocket. Hopefully I don't smash it. All right, girlfriend, go ahead. Go on. There, she's gone. I put that lid back on. My lunch pins. Look at those layers, so you can see like how tall it is. So the nests or the roosting bars is one of the reasons why I was kind of nervous about doing the deep litter method, because that space between the floor and the nest and the roosting bars is such a short distance. So there's a lot of bedding in here right now. The roost bars are here. Bedding is just hitting right there. So I don't know if I maybe need to stop adding bedding for a minute and just turn it or what, but I didn't want to turn it. I wanted to just kind of layer it up. So far the chickens themselves are doing good. This method is supposed to offer a little bit more warmth in the wintertime as this compost, because composting creates heat. So I thought it would be a good method to try to help keep the chickens warm in a natural way over the wintertime. Yeah, so you can see how high that litter is right now. Pretty soon it's going to cover the bars if it doesn't like start breaking down a little farther. I did put cardboard. I did put cardboard as the first layer in this. This coop has the option to have trays. So you have like poop trays in the bottom that you can take out, put your bedding in, clean on, whatever. So I took the droppings trays out because I didn't want them to be in here while I was trying out this method. And so I just have the flat base bottom. I put the cardboard down, and now I've got the mountain of litter on top. And this is just a pine litter shavings that I get from Rural King. This is $5 a bag. It's super cheap. So it's definitely affordable to try to do this, but you can use anything that you have access to. You can use leaves for a deep litter method. Leaves are free, especially if you have trees all in your neighborhood. So yes. All right, so let's add a little bit more to this back area, just a tad bit. And like I was saying before, this does not smell. It doesn't stink at all. It just smells like pine bedding. So see how we have bedding here, bedding there. That's why I was worried. I didn't want to have bedding all over the place, but thankfully, I mean, it's wood shavings. These can be picked up or blown into the flower beds, which are surrounding my chicken coop. Hey! A what eater? What's a humiditor? This is a water. It's like it heats their water up, you know? Keeps it warm when it's freezing outside. Alright, let me take this out because nobody's using it anymore. I got it. Ugh. Stay right there. Don't come out. Ugh. Stay in there. So that's all we're gonna do today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about the chickens, planting poppy seeds, anything like that. And I'll see you guys next video. Bye.